All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go live with the Tim Trueheart live stream, episode 148. Thank you for checking it out. Remember, to make this thing the best possible experience for yourself, make sure that you get into the live chat. Engage in the live chat. It's going to make it as much fun as humanly possible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing rocking and rolling, ripping and riding. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Tim Trueheart. Thank you for checking out the live stream today. You rock. Okay, so what do we got going on here? It's President's Day. That's what. And what's this whole entire live stream all about? This is about improving your life in the most fun and entertaining way possible. My name's Tim. I will be your host on this journey. I'm basically your life coach, and you don't even know it. So, let's make sure that we are engaging in the live chat. Get in there, get crazy. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to activate that right now so that we can make sure that everybody out there can get in and have fun. The more active you are in the live chat, the more answers I can give you to questions that you may have, the more that I will interact with you, and it makes the whole thing a lot of fun, in my opinion. Oh, let's see what we got here. Look, check this out. Boom. We have something went wrong. You see that? Having a little bit of an operator error over here. Come on, let me try that again. Let me try that again, Killa. Boom, got it. Okay. Let's try to fix that, right? Because this is a technical difficulty, it looks like. I got a monkey on my screen. I got a monkey. It's like something went wrong. Okay. All right. Look at me doing a little bit of troubleshooting over here. Let me flippity floppity that. Oh, let's get that out of there. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe to the live stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please give me any sort of topics that you'd like to hear about for the live stream. Anything you want me to try to answer. Let me know. Go ahead, send that in. You can write it into the comment section, or you could hit me up on Twitter, anything like that. Check it out. We got it in full effect here. Okay, so we got our live chat rocking and rolling. I like to say rocking and rolling, ripping and riding. I like to say that. So if you hear me say anything like that, it goes like this. It goes, we're rocking and riding, we're ripping and rolling, we're ripping and rolling, we're rocking and riding, we're doing it, we're doing it. This is a giant jug of kombucha. I'm about to drink some kombucha. What you want to do? Oh man, what flavor is it, Tim? What flavor is it? This is the Health Aid Kombucha, and this flavor is Pink Lady Apple. Pink Lady Apple. I like it. I'm not going to refrigerate it right now. Not for the next hour or so. I'll be just chugging on it. And here's to the fallen. Oh man, it's good. Talking about what it do. That's the topic for today's live stream. What it do. Now, what does that mean? So last week, if you were watching live last week, it was actually about sex appeal. The live stream was actually taken down by YouTube. I appealed it. I haven't heard back since. Don't know what to say. So beyond that, the live stream that came on, and it's episode 147. That one is about, goodness gracious, I can't even remember. Let's actually just take a look at what it's about. Let's not make it hard on ourselves. How about that? And that episode, I was covering a lot of different stuff. It was a good topic. It was a good episode. But we're going to kind of we're going to kind of dovetail from that episode into this one, just so that you can get an idea. So the last episode, I should have just let's see. Here we go, videos. The last episode was the art of selling out. So this one, what we're doing is we're going into this idea of what it do, selling out. What it do? What I'm saying when I say what it do, what I'm saying is what do you do? What makes you rock? What is your core competency? What are you great at? What's your What's your bread and butter? That's your core competency. So what did it do? So what did it do? What do you do? What do you do? How do you do it? What makes you TikTok you don't stop? What is it? So that's what I'm trying to find out. That's what you need to know. We need to figure that out. That's something that you have to answer that yourself. So for me, for example, I'm an artist, and what I need to work on most is monetizing my art. That's the number one thing that I need to work on. So what it do is basically all the things that need to happen in order to make that goal a reality. That's what would it do is. When you're on point and you're doing all the things that you know you need to do in order to make your dreams a reality, then you can have this satisfaction and this confidence knowing that you rocked it. You rocked the spot with the beat drop, make your body rock. So that's what I'm saying. That's really what I'm saying. So now, how does that look? What does that look like? What does that look like doing you? So it looks very tedious. It looks very tedious, but it's not. It's not, my friends. It's not tedious because you're focusing on the things that the person that's crushing the game, like what you're trying to do, like what it do, like the monetized, self-actualized fashion designer, artist, musician, whatever, right? That person, that person has a certain type of lifestyle, right? You are living in the same way, doing the same things that person does. So that's how you actually become that. That's how you make it a reality. Because there's a thing like that, say LeBron James does every day. If you start to copy LeBron James's process, you're going to get so much better at basketball so fast. So think about the optimized people out there that are these like big time Fortune 500 CEO, executive people. These people are out there and they're pulling out all the stops, right? They're doing all sorts of different things. They're microdosing mushrooms. They're taking they're taking like Provigil and all these different supplements. They're sleeping on these different schedules, like this Uberman schedule. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's in the 4-hour work week. They're doing all sorts of crazy things. Got it? They're doing everything. They're going what it do. They're going all the way. We're trying to do that. We just start doing those things, and then you become that guy. You become that girl. You become that person. So it just takes time. It just takes time. That's what we're working on. So, like for example, for me, I go for W's. I said this before. I say it at the beginning of every single live stream. We're trying to get W's. W's. What is your W of the day? What's your win? Where's your win at? So for me, like I want to grow. I want to grow every day, and I'm saying I want to be an artist. I want to be a better artist. Yeah? Okay, so what are you doing to become a better artist? Simple things you need to do. Simple things. Like first and foremost, you show up. Yeah, you're showing up? Good. Keep showing up. I tell you what, you show up and you drag ass, you're still growing. Unless you're at this point where you're like overexposed and whatnot, every time you show up and you put some effort in there, it's just this small incremental growth. So I've been trying to do these designs for a little while. I wanted to do this diamond shape because I was so in love with this Ned Flanders logo. I cannot explain to you how much I think this logo just is so cool. I'm going to pull it up for you so you can see it. So this is like, just been fascinated with it. And I had to go all out and really get into it. I'm going to show you so you can enjoy. You got to enjoy this. This is legit. Okay, let's get it busted open. I'm opening the page. Don't you worry now. And there we go. Okay, so let me show you the image, and then you can see why I think it's so cool. Let me get it. Here it is. Okay, bam. So this is the Ned Flanders image. It's the logo for a YouTube music channel. It's called Ryan Celsius Sounds, if I'm not mistaken. So I love this image right here, and it makes me really happy because these sunglasses that he's wearing, they're so swag. They're so swag. They have this diamond ethic to them. And if you look at them, it's a really, really simple shape, but there's this tonal value that you see in the shadows, where the light's hitting the diamond sunglasses. You see them, and I really thought that was so cool. I wanted to practice doing that shape, and I really did. I've been practicing it for days, and I realized I was doing it wrong in the beginning. Like I did a whole entire piece of brown paper where I went over it with a very light gray to do the diamonds. And if you look at the diamond shape, it's kind of there. Yeah, it's kind of there. So I made a bunch of these. Yeah. I realized that I wasn't doing the diamond quite right. I needed to make the top wider. I needed to make the top much, much wider. And that was my issue in the beginning. So I did many of these. I painted these like very light color, obviously. They were not all good. I did these like freehand with a watercolor gray on a brown construction paper. Got this construction paper free from my friend. Thank you very much. So I made a bunch of those, and then I went forward and I made more of them. This is a larger one, and I really tried to paint. This is like a watercolor paper, or paper that I watercolor painted. So this is one. It's not perfect, and this is another one. This is actually, I just used ballpoint pen. You can see. I did those. So I took it a little bit further. I really liked the idea. I kept going. The tonal values are not there because these were done a little bit differently process-wise. I took a bunch of them. I glued them down to a piece of paper. So I made a piece of paper that was just a bunch of those that I had cut out, and I just glued them on. This is all based off of that same Ned Flanders idea. I spilled some stuff on this one. Actually, it's this one right here. I spilled like red ink or something on it. Yeah, it was red watercolor and it bled. So I took the idea a little bit further. So remember, I started here, and then I moved it to this thing. And then I had the leftovers that I had drawn and cut out, and I put them on a piece of paper like that. And that's pretty chill. And I was happy with that. And then I wanted to just keep going a little bit further. So I kept practicing these. So this is just me drawing it over and over again, right? You can see the paper looks kind of interesting, right? You can see I painted some more of the other colors. This is a piece of paper with green on it instead. And I just kept going with the diamond shape. I kept practicing. These aren't very good. There's a good one every like 5 or 6 of them is good. Every like 5th or 6th one looks like decent, you know? So, and then when you look at it from far away, it actually looks okay. See how it looks like fine once it gets really far away? So interesting. So I just kept working on it, and I'm trying to master the shape, you know? And once I master that shape, I feel good. So this is the thing. Every day I get a little bit better at that. That's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about when I say you're doing you. You're doing you. You're doing these things that actually make you better. Because like I'm making art, right? I'm sitting around here and I'm in my house, I'm making art, but this is the thing. I actually like that's what I do. So like I'm out there and I'm doing my thing. You've got to be on your they say on your purpose, man. You've got to be on your purpose with that. You've got to be making the work that you tell the world that you're making. You got to be making it. You got to be getting better at it. You got to be like exploring it, right? So I'm out there and exploring. And I'll tell you, I got better with my brushwork. I did. I got better at my brushwork. I learned some stuff. I did some different techniques. And I'm going to do some art today in this live stream. I think that would be like a really cool thing for me to actually do in the live stream. So I think I'm going to take it upon myself to do so today. It'll be fun. It'll be fun as get out. Okay. So this is a piece of paper. This is my image that I'm working from. So this is actually a image from a Ghost Rider Marvel comic, and I basically got some cool pictures I ripped out of like an old issue that was worth crap, and then I like found the coolest piece of the image, and then I scanned it, and then once I scanned it, then I just blew it up and I printed it out. Okay, so this is what it is. It's like this fire in this palm. This image is radical. It is a gnarly ass image, right? So I think this is like off the heezy for sheezy. So I just basically took myself down and I just basically say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on flames. I'm gonna work on flames, and I'm gonna practice doing these for a little while, and then I'm going to paint it. So I'm going to take you through this process really, really pretty quickly, and you can see like how I do it, what it looks like, and get an idea of how much you have to really work, how hard you have to work, because it's not as daunting as you might think. You know, people always say, I can't do art, I'm not an artist. I've been saying this for years, and this is what I like. Everybody is an artist. You just have to find your material, your medium. Okay, that's what's up. Right here, I just have a little clipboard. It's got a bunch of stickers on the back of it. Kind of cool. This one's actually a picture of me. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to be writing on. You can't really see me writing in real time, but I can kind of try to show you a little bit. So yeah, here's my my thing. And I always start off with something like this kind of shape. Can you see it? Yeah, it's something like that kind of shape. And then from there, it goes out and then back around. So now it's something like this kind of shape. See? Okay. And from here, it'll go in and it'll go out. This is like a fire kind of shape. Fire shape looks like that a lot. I'm going to do another one. So now I'll do like this one right here. You see there's another one right here. Got it. And you're going to want to do a lot of repeating kind of shapes. This is a pretty decent looking one, like that. This is pretty decent for fire. So I'm gonna like kind of continue with this, and you can kind of get an idea of what it all looks like. Yeah, so I guess you can kind of see. It's not great. Dude, this is like the worst view I've ever seen. Well, guess what? I can't really draw really well from here either, so nobody wins. That's stupid. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm gonna connect it all because I guess like that's cool, right? Why not? Like, why not connect it? Who said we can't? Look at that. It's getting closer together. It's really getting connected. It's getting connected-y. It's getting connected-y, guys. Awesome. So, look, I'm just getting really basic with these designs. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's nothing crazy. This is actually a little... It's not good. But this is the thing. It's enough. It's enough of a reference that you can buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you're trying to do, you're doing art, right? So I'm doing art. So all I'm trying to do is sell an idea. I'm just trying to sell an idea. I'm just doing it. I'm just, what it do? What it do? It doing it. What it do? I'm doing it. What it do? Just out there doing it. What it do? I'm just out there doing it, doing my thing. That's all. Just doing my thing. Oh man, like I'm going to the edge. There's like no space. It's like so ghetto. When I say, God, there's all these terms that are like so problematic. Okay, cool. Do you see all that? There's your fire. There's your fire right there. Okay, cool. So that's it. Let's just call that a day for that. And I'm gonna put this over here on the side. And I'll show you what like a finished one might look like. Super simple, man. We're not going hard here. We're not going hard here. This is a watercolor painting. watercolor, and black. I did the black first, and then I did the yellow. This time, I'm going to do the yellow first, and then I'm going to do the black. I think that's going to make it a little bit easier, and if I go out, if I don't stay within the lines, when I do the yellow, it'll be okay. The black can cover it up, but when you do it with the black first, then, I don't know, it seems like it tends to bleed a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so what I got here, this is on computer paper. So I'm not using anything special at all. Nothing special at all. And I have a super simple set of watercolors. This is like Crayola watercolor set right here. It's like $4 or something. I don't even know. It's like super cheap. It's like the cheapest. It's like the cheapest stuff you can get. But I'm telling you the truth. This Crayola watercolor set is good. It's good. The black's decent, and the colors are nice and vibrant. You don't need, like, you can make awesome looking stuff. It's like you don't need something. I don't even know what I would say. You don't need some sort of higher quality company's art supply because you're doing watercolor painting. Because I have more. Ooh, this is really nice watercolors. I have better watercolor stuff than this Crayola that I'm using. I'm just showing you this because it's so simple to use. This is where you should start. And remember, the inspiration from this, it was just this. This was the inspiration. So there's that. And then what we got was we got these. This is what I ended up drawing, right, from off of this inspiration. Yeah. So we got that. Cool. Okay, so that's what that is. I'm just going to slide this over here. Hopefully I don't forget it. And this is how we got here. That was what we got. So we're going to take this guy right over here. I'm going to put him down. I have a piece of newspaper laid out on the table, and I wonder if there's a way. No, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I said I was going to do the yellow first. I have some water right here. When you do watercolor painting, they say that you should have 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. One is to like clean your brush out and then get the paint out of the brush, and the other one is to clean the brush like even more to get the brush clean again. So I have 2, and you can have 2. You know, you can also do another thing where like you're only mixing like the light colors on the spectrum in one of the containers and then the dark in the other one. And then you could do 3 jars, and then like you're doing the light, the dark, and then you're doing a cleaning place. So you can do all of that. So I got my watercolor set right here, as you can see, and I'm just going to be using the yellow right now. And I got the big boy brush. You're going to use a big brush when you go into a big area. Big brushes for big areas, small brushes for small areas. And that will make you paint as fast as you can, because you'll get it done faster. That's the whole idea, in my opinion. And what I do is I start if you're right-handed, I recommend you start on the left side of your paper. And as you can see, I try to paint like a little drier than a lot of other. I try to paint like a little drier than I think a lot of other people paint with watercolor, and that gives me a little bit more control. Is what it does. It gives me more control. So yep. I'm jumping in, and I just go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. I just do those like kind of turns of the brush in the paint. And when I use the square brush, I go like half a stroke on top of the last stroke, half a stroke brand new. And that's how I get my paint in. And that's how I paint it down. So this is where I got so far. Oops. There you go. And I try to paint dry so that my paper doesn't get really too wrinkled. You want to paint dry so your paper doesn't get too wrinkled. And big brushes in big areas. So I move my brush, even though it's like, I move my brush that's big in such a way so that I can get into the small area. And at the same time cover as much area as possible. We want to, it's like, there's like, painting is fun, right? So painting's a lot of fun, but also finishing the painting is cool. That's what I think. So let's get it to the point where we can like finish this baby, and then we'll talk. Let's talk then, right? Yeah. Because I want to, because you want to show it off. So now I want to show you. Here we are now. So when I take the brush, if I turn this square brush, see it's a square brush. When I turn it sideways, I can get into these points sideways, right? I could just drag it down, and I hit those points first, and then I do the. I can show you. I'll show you. I'll put it on the clipboard, and I will show you, so you can see what I mean. See, I want to get a. I'll set it up. Next time I do one of these demos, I'll have it set up in a way so you can see what I'm doing in the other camera. Okay, so if you have it like right here, I just take the side of the brush and I just draw down, and I do it. I drag that. Once I get it where I need to be, I just pull it. I don't make it like, I make it so it's physically easy to do. So like you don't want to. You don't need to try to be like special, like like, oh, I'm using so much skill. It's like, dude, you're using enough skill with the creativity and just with the actual just doing the work. That's enough skill. You don't need to like make it harder with the actual technical application. It doesn't need to be hard, man. It's hard enough just making art, man. Like, it doesn't need to be technically difficult too. Shit. That's like a great point, man. I feel that way. It's like, dude, don't make this stuff hard, dude. Please don't make it harder than it needs to be. It's already hard enough. It's like, yeah. That's legit. That's legit advice. I think I would take that to apply that to almost anything, man. It's like, don't make it harder than it needs to be. Yeah, that's like the best. That's a great line. Okay, so here I am, and I told you like, pull down and just go like half on, half off. That's how you can try to get some sort of like even paint application. And see, this is a big brush, so this is going to cover a big area. That's pretty good. I'm going to move it up a little bit. It's hanging off of the clipboard. And we'll get into it. Man, I'm having a good time just sitting here painting, showing you guys what's up. They call me the Black Bob Ross. Ha, no, no one's ever called me that, actually, ever. Never happened, not once. Keep going. We keep going and going. I'm painting a little drier here, but I'm getting a nice yellow down, so I'm not really tripping. And then when you do these kind of like these kind of high points, your let's call them devil horns. When you do the devil horns of the fire, you want to. I say you can do them first, and you just get it blocked out. You could do it afterwards too, but I think sometimes it's easier to just do it first. This is the only time it really requires a lot of attention to detail. There we go. We got in there, here, I'm in there, and yeah. Okay, now I'm going to pull it down. See, now that I got all that out of the way, I can just pull it down. Just get in here and grab that, pull it down straight. In here, looks good. We're getting it going, man. Getting it going. Okay, so now there's another thing I'm going to show you. Okay, so I use the big brush in a big spot. Now let's get a little crazy, man. I'm going to get a tool, and I'm going to be right back. Look, it was right there. That's so crazy. So see what this is? This is a sponge brush, okay? Sponge brush. So I take my sponge brush, and I didn't think about using it, but now I know I have it. And this fits right in here. This is an old jelly jar. It's a Palmer's all-spread jelly jar. There was this old school commercial that like, oh, there's a little bit of red in here. That's kind of, hopefully it doesn't sting. So this is old commercial. that's like, reminds me of this. Oh, it's so dirty. It's so red. The red got into my yellow so bad. Okay, now just so you know, I want you to know this. This is going to be like not the cleanest transition, even though it's supposed to be. So just FYI, I'm using my yellow, right? Yellow and white are the first colors to go. So I got yellow in here. You can kind of see there's some yellow in there. And here's my area. Now it's only going to work. See that? It's so hard to see because this is like super bright, like the light that I have here. So I can do these washes with it. So if you wanted to just get like a wash done, this is perfect. Oh, it's good for, yeah, it's really good for washing. But mental note, never paint right on the clipboard again. I have all these stickers on my clipboard and I'm like literally painting them with like this watercolor. So you can see I went over it. Let me do another coat here. So I went over it with the brush right there. You can see it's very wet, not necessarily as much like decent coverage. But this is another way to get it done faster. Like down here, I could have used all of that. I could have used all brush. You could use brush in there if you don't. Like this is a brush. This is called a sponge brush. You can do that. It's not like, oh, I'm cheating, man. I'm doing whatever. So you don't have to worry about that. So this is done. For now, this is like done. Okay? You see that? Now we can let this dry. I have a space heater right here. I'm going to put this down there on the ground. And if you put it on top of another piece of paper, it'll dry a little faster. But if you just put it on the ground, it might dry. Oh God, you know what? There's a little red in there. There really was a little red. Please pour us some jelly. Please pour us some jelly. Okay, I put it down there. And it'll take a couple of minutes, and then it'll just be dry as a bone. The worst thing about using a heater or something like that is it dries it really fast. Here's an example of sponge brush with blue on a piece of paper, and then drying the piece of paper in front of a heater, and it gets curls up like that. So one thing you can do is you can actually take a bottle of water, like a spray bottle, a mister, and then you can mist this. And then once it's like misted, if it's just very lightly misted, you could like tape down the corners as well. And then what I do, I usually trim anything I do that's on paper anyway. So like you can trim down the corners, and who gives a shit? Just cut it off. And you can see here's examples. So I will use these as my paper that I then practice doing different techniques on. So then I have this paper, and it's like it's not white. It's like a little more interesting. This one got a little dirty. See that? It's got some shit on it. This is a nice color. Look at that red. It's very even. This is like 3 coats of red with a sponge brush, and you get this perfect piece of paper. So yeah, so this is the kind of thing I'll do, and I'll do like 5 or 6 of these to warm up before I start painting. And I recommend you do that. They do like 5 or 6 of these, and they just like lay them in the corner. Here's another nice red. Yeah, you can see it. So yeah, do these every day. And then if you ever want to make something, you've got this collage stock that's already there for you. So that's drying. And this is what it's going to turn into, as I was saying. So you can see how like I was using black, and there could have been a better way to get in there. But like this is the thing. This painting is faster than marker by a long shot. It's one of the fastest things you can do. So it's like it's valuable to learn to do it and do it fast. So there we go. That's good to go, man. I'm gonna do some black. I want to do some other shapes, just to get a little more fun. So here's a simple shape that you can do to practice, just to get better. We're gonna do the diamond, because I was telling you about the diamond so much, and I'm so in love with it. So yeah, and I drew so many of them. We'll do a diamond over here. So start off with a nice line like that. Just a straight line. Now what you're doing is you're doing these like equilateral triangles. So just go up, and however far up you go, you want to kind of go that far over, so you get this thing that's like 1. And do another one. So now you have 2. And try your best to make them as even as you can. Just try your best to make them as even as you can. So this is my even, right? It's not perfect. And then from there, you do the top. I don't close it off until I got it all put together. And see, this is wonky. It's not perfect. So now from here, that's the whole entire top of your diamond. Now at this point, what you're doing is you're going to go down like, see, this is your central point, right? Imagine that you're going to go this distance, right? This distance from here to here, top to bottom. You're going to multiply that by like 3, okay? So it's like 1, 2, 3. So now I go like here, right? I make a dot. See that dot? There you go. So now I'm going to connect this line to there and there. I'm going to do these diagonal lines. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use I'm going to use a straight edge, like a G. Like a G up in this bitch. Boom. 1. And let's go again. Let's do another. Can I get a good damn line here? Sorry, I cannot find the angle. There you go. Okay, so here's that. All right? That's what you can see the difference with the straight edge. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take these 2 points, this point, and then they're going to both converge down here. And I'll use my straight edge again. Because I've never, ever used a straight edge to do this. I just don't. It's weird when you're like, people are, I don't do that. I just don't. I just found that to be weird. I don't eat carbs after midnight. I just don't. Okay, cool. It's not perfect. Not perfect, right? That's a diamond. That is a diamond. That's what it looks like. So I'll do one more. I'm gonna do one freehand after. I'm just gonna eyeball the one I'm doing since I just looked at that one. Boom. Boom. Dude, ghetto, right? You see it? But so this is the thing. I would practice this, and I'd practice many, many of them, right? You practice many, many of them, and then you start making these like really cool designs. So that's chill, man. That's chill stuff. Let's do like one more, and then I'll go ahead and I'll paint it so you can see how it's done. So this one I'm gonna do a nice big one right here. And this is what you do. You do the middle, do this line. Do this line first, right? That's the first line that you want to do. So I'm gonna put it in here. And that way, I do it like that, and then I start. You know what? I'm gonna do that first line, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the central. I'm gonna do the central equilateral triangle. That's what I'm gonna do. And so I worked off of the center. So now I can kind of like build it in a way that'll kind of like make sense. Boom, boom. Okay, so now that's how it looks, right? And then I'll connect the top part. Boom. Cool. Okay, got it. Now I'm going to go down from the center point. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3. Is this so deep? I think it's too deep. It might not be. It really might not be. I'm going to use a straight edge for this one. This one is a little bigger, so it might not be shitty. It might not be shit yet. It might have something here. Cool. This is the other thing. I'm not a great artist. I'm an artist, and I do my work. I'm not some like macho like guy that's got like some great gallery or anything like that. Okay, here it is. It's decent. It's decent. Not mad at it. So we got the diamond rocking and rolling. What do I see in the live chat? I think I see somebody. Hold on a second. How's it going in there, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for checking out the live chat. Thanks about checking out the live stream. You're in the live chat. And let's see who's in there. Come on, restore. Okay. Oh, what's up? What do you make of Burns' loss to Kamaru? I remember you saying you thought Burns was juicing. Do you think Kamara was juicing too? Dude, I do not think that Kamara is juicing. Not at all. But I do think that Burns losing, it's not... He came up very fast. Sometimes those dark horses play... They play like this dangerous game where like they just go on this really, really crazy rampage, and then they make their way up to the top of the division like in short order. But that thing is like that, like, 18 months that these fighters like spend like going from like nobody to some murderer. A lot of times by the time they get to that title shot, they're kind of almost a little. They're always burnt out. So that, I don't know if that happened to him. I don't know. I'm gonna rewatch the fight tonight. You're chilling. That's great, man. Playing some Oblivion. Oh, that's cool. I'm thinking about getting a new video game system. I'm not gonna do it right away, but I'd really like to do that. Should I get a PlayStation, or should I get an Xbox? Let me know. Okay, so here we go with our diamond thing right here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna paint it so you guys can see how I do it, and then you can do it on your own. And you can get like a lot of these really cool little diamond patterns and stuff like that. You can cut them out, and then you can put them on like construction paper and stuff like that, like I was showing you before. Yeah, sweet. And the goal is to like make some really cool collages. So here's just a normal paintbrush. It comes with the Crayola watercolor set, super cheap. It's like $4, $3 even. I'd recommend you buy like 5 of them, to be honest. And then invite a bunch of people over to paint. So this is a red ruby. We're going to do a ruby, I guess we're going to do a ruby. So I'm just going to get my brush a little bit wet. Actually, I have to make sure you close your watercolor trays, the lids, because they'll dry out, and like they almost like, it's like, I don't know, I think it's like just, it loses its integrity. Okay, so I got a nice amount of watercolor in the brush, and what you can do is you can hold your brush, you invert your brush, right? And this will send the ink, not the ink, well, the ink, the paint, whatever you got, whatever liquid is in the brush, it'll send it back down towards the thing. Do you see how it's all there? You see it's the droplet of paint, it's there. And I can move it, and I can rotate the brush. I'm rotating my brush right now. Okay, so anyways, that's how you can get a lot of paint in your brush. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to paint this. I got to flatten it. The whole concept is the right side of the diamond is the darkest, and then it's lighter on the other side. So the right side's the darkest. The middle is the middle, and then the front side is the lightest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the norm. I'm painting with whatever I have in the brush. Then I'm painting the next one with whatever's left in the brush. I dip the brush into the water. I water it down, and then I finish the last box with whatever is left in the brush. Okay, now give me one more second. I'm going to do another little technique here. Sorry. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. So this is what it looks like, sort of. Can you see it? So it's the darkest red, and I started all the way on this side. Then I keep going, and I do the middle one, and it actually loses some of its intensity, just because when you do your first stroke with a watercolor brush, it's as dark as it can be. And as you continue with the same brush, it will get lighter because there's water in the back of the bristles, and it works its way through to the front. So the second one is naturally a little less red. That's the one, this one right here is a little less red than this one. Then the next one, then I dipped it in water, right? And then I finished this. This one right here, next to the middle one, it's supposed to be a little bit darker. And that's kind of what we're looking for. And there's a little extra red down here, and I can take a clean brush, and I can actually pull some of it back out. You take the clean brush, you pull it out, and you just dry it. You should have a piece of like, a paper towel beside you when you're doing watercolor paint. So this is it again, and that's how you paint it. And this is actually even so light here, I would like almost want to go over that again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this again one more time. And that's super strong now. And then we're going to get back. So this is just one. I'm just showing you that. That's nice and strong. I'm going to dry it out a little bit. Rinse it. Dry it out a little bit more. And then whatever's in the brush, I'll do it over here one more time. And it will get slightly darker, but there's so little, it's not going to get that much darker. It won't catch that. And then this is it. That's my diamond. That's simple enough, right? That's so simple. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit more. We're gonna pimp it out a little bit more. We're gonna do some lines. These are like tattoo lines. I don't know. Not crazy. Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. Right? Okay. I'm gonna do another straight line here. Now the thing about this one is there's like extra drawing in the way. I fucked it up, but it's okay. There's a certain amount of space that I need away from my object before I can do the line. And then the lines have to be symmetrical with one another. And there's this weird consistency, and you figure it out. It's really about like doing the lines and making sure that they are the same distance away from each other, the same length to one another. And when you do the line, you want to make sure that they're straight, they don't start and stop. Oh, God, yeah, this is a little fucked up. Yeah, I can tell you. Okay, cool. So this is like that, okay? So you see what I did? So that's like a whole design. It's simple. It's fun. Okay, so that's our diamond. It'll dry up. I'll put it over here so it can dry by the heater, like I was mentioning. And then let's go ahead and let's see what's going on in the live chat again. Let's see that. Why don't you just play games on PC? Oh, dude, I should probably just play games on PC. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I just I have an Apple. I have a Mac. Can I play games on Mac? I thought I could only do like Photoshop stuff and like video stuff. I don't know. Okay, so here was the first one that we did. You can actually see that there was a little bit of residual red in there. You can see how it's nice and dry. It's not even that bent. Because if you don't overpaint it, it won't get that bent. It won't get that disrupted. And then if it dries like at a nice rate, it won't bend either. So now it's all yellow. We did all the yellow stuff first. So I was already using my red. So this is the nice detail red. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to do all the highlights first. And sometimes I like to just do them with a brush. And it's really fun. If you're going to be brushing on an angle, like if you're going to hold your palette, like whatever your surface is that you're painting on, if it's not going to be flat, then you got to be very conscious of the amount of paint you put in your brush, because you're working against gravity. That's really the main thing, and you want to be conscious of the intensity of your paint when you apply it, because it's so much better to have a nice strong coat. You want the strongest coats you can get, especially like right around the edges where you're doing the differentiation between two different colors. Because if the stronger it looks, the better it's going to look. It can fade like once you get away from it, but like if you can get a really strong tone in there right off the bat, especially when it's separated by this black, people are going to really appreciate it. They really will. They like to see that color jammed in there. They really do. I don't know why. I mean, I totally know why. It just seems like so... It seems like professional. There's this thing where like it's like... some people want the work to look like it wasn't made by hand. They want it to look like it was almost made by a machine or like it's like you can't do that. It's too hard to do. That's like what a lot of people want from their art. They don't want this, I would say, like folk style, like anybody can do it, kind of craftsman kind of thing. They don't appreciate that. A lot of collectors, a lot of so-called art snobs, they want it to be like something that's like rarefied air. Like not everybody can do this, and that's cool. But I've said it before. Everybody's an artist, so like it doesn't have to be something that's so damn hard or impossible to do. It's better to get your idea across than to not say anything because you can't. You didn't do it like you didn't do a backflip while you said it, so it's not important. You know, I don't get that. I really wish I could show you more of what I'm doing. I will right now. I'm about halfway. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I'm being conscious to not add too much red too fast. I'm also being conscious to make sure that I get a good coat, but I don't want to bleed. I don't want it to bleed. Yeah, it's coming in pretty good. This will be a nice one. I actually did it wrong. You know that? I'll show you why I did it wrong. But it's good that I'm doing it at all. I'll say that. So, like, I'm doing this thing. I thought it was cool, but as I'm doing it, I'm seeing, oh no, like, why did I do it that way? Like, why did I do it in red? Like, did you see what I did? I outlined everything in red. I outlined it in red because I was just using the red in the diamond, the ruby. Is it a sapphire? What is it? I have no idea what it is. I think it's a ruby. It's a red ruby, right? Yeah, it's a red ruby, and then sapphires are blue. So, yeah, I just kept going with it because I was like, fire is like red and yellow, so I just started painting it red. But I feel like maybe I should have done the red in here on the next layer above, but I didn't, and now I don't know if it's foolish. We'll see. We'll see. We're almost done with this. We're getting close. I'm getting excited. Aren't you getting excited? Aren't you getting excited for me? We're getting things done, man. We're getting things done. I'm so happy that I'm doing a painting. I'm live streaming myself painting this project because I've never like really sat down and made any art while I've been doing these live streams, and this is something that I feel like was the direction I've been wanting to go. Oh man, I'm not staying inside the lines. People that can't stay inside the lines when they color and when they paint make really shitty drivers. So yeah, the direction that I've probably needed to go for a long time, I've wanted to, was just to like do these art demos on YouTube, and I would be the guy doing them. So now I'm just getting back into it again. This is literally like my first foray into it, and I like it. I like what's going on here. I'm gonna keep doing it. This is my new move. This is my new move. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm sweating though. I'll tell you that. I'm sweating. I think that's that kombucha I drank. It's kicking in. Also, I have a light right up in my face. Here we are. Almost there. Almost there, guys. Now, this is the thing. I am doing all of the nooks and crannies first, and I'm really trying to get a nice amount of red in there. I hope that I'm not underdoing it, because I really did a good job in the beginning. And now I am trying to overcome my anxiety about your attention to me. So I think I'm rushing, and I can't do that. Now I'm actually professing what I'm thinking. So that's also not professional. I'm like, oh, I'm so meta. I'm so meta. No, here it comes. Another pass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a overhead camera, and then you guys will be able to see this, and that would be so cool. It'd be so cool. And I'll be able to like watch myself paint later after I do it, and I'll see my strokes, and I'll be able to like improve my brush strokes and stuff. It'll be great. Yeah, this will be awesome. That's my move. That's my move. I figured it out. Totally figured it out. Oh man. Oh man. Ooh wait. Ooh wait. I started watching Spartacus: Blood and Sand last night. Have you ever seen that? It's on Stars. Oh my gosh. It's like, it came out before Game of Thrones, but it's the same concept. Bunch of naked people, swords, blood. There's no dragons or anything like that. It's all about gladiators. Gladiators. Yes. Yes. Dude, my goal is to finish this by in the next 3 minutes or so. That is my goal. I think it can be done. I am gladiator. Oh, you can't be messy, bro. Just don't be messy, man. When you're painting, dude, don't mess. Don't force anything. Don't like, like it's like you want to finish it, put 100% into it so that like it's as good as it can be. It's as good as it can be. And that's the thing, it's like work hard to get the best quality work out of yourself. Like work hard. Like put as much as you can into it. Like if you've ever cleaned anything exceptionally well, if you've ever done anything exceptionally well, be that way when you're doing your art. Like be thorough. Be thorough. And you'll be good. Be thorough. So there we go. That's like all the red. And then I can do my dip. So I remember the paintbrush, this brush had a lot of yellow in it. I had went with red, and then I had put a lot of yellow into it. So what I'm doing now, interestingly enough, is I am getting more red. I'm going back in and I'm getting red in there now, and I'm going to do the sponge strokes to finish the rest of the painting. So we'll do sponge strokes here. Yes. And the key is to maximize your surface area when you do these. Because the thing is, the sponge stroke is actually really, it gets it really freaking wet. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to because you don't want to wet the paper up too much. And that's what the sponge stroke does. Yeah. It wasn't that, it's not that effective. It might have just been better with a bigger brush. I think we're going to need a bigger brush. Yeah, fudge. Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to make it not have these stupid strokes. I don't want the brush strokes. That's why I was like, I'm painting so heavy. I was painting so heavy to avoid brush strokes. They won't let me avoid it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there we go. Almost there. Dude, I am killing this red today. I am just like going after it. Almost there. I'll show you what I got right now. I'll show you what I got right now. Yeah, so this is it right so far. You see it? So I'd want to get like all this in red, and I can do that. So this is the other thing, like where you go to a big brush. See, you're going to go to a big brush, and we can really get it done a little faster too. Big brush is fast. And we'll get there. And when I get this one over there, then I'll show you the diamond one again. And we'll probably be pretty finished. Yeah, it's already an hour, so I'm behind the times on how long this was supposed to be. Yeah, I'd like to be able to have done this a little faster. We'll see. We'll see. Yep. Boom. Yep. I think I got it. Yep, I think I got it, brah. I think I got it, brah. Yep. Okay. Done. Shit is done. This is it upside down. That's it upside down. Because it's wet. Sweet. I'm going to put this in front of the dryer. Ah, there we go. That's the original. This was the demo one. The one that I did during the live stream is actually better than this. So that's pretty chill. Happy about that. And obviously I can go back over this with like watercolor again, just do another coat, for the black. It's really about how much time you want to spend on it. That's really the thing when it comes down to that. This was the inspiration for the very first one. This was my inspiration. This was the one I did before to show you guys like what you could do. And then I just put this one away, and he's right here. He's right here. Yeah. It's upside down. Okay, so that's how that went down. And here was my red diamond that I did earlier. I showed you how to do the diamonds as well. So there's the diamonds. And that's what's up. That's just some. You gotta. So what I'm saying is you gotta do. You gotta do you. You gotta do you. You gotta do what you're supposed to do. And if you're an artist, you gotta do your art. So I was just showing you what I would do. This is the kind of thing that I would do, and I do this every day. And this is super simple stuff, man. This isn't anything like awesome, dude. It's not like a dragon or something like that. But I did my first live stream where I did like a demo for you guys about how to do something simple, and I showed you a couple different examples, and these are just examples of what you got to do if that's what you say you do. If you say you're an artist, whatever, I've showed you my joke writing processes, I've showed you this kind of stuff, so that's what's up. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to do a lot of these things, I think. I'm trying to keep it positive. Remember, this was the example. This was like the example from before. That's the Ned Flanders for that. So that's what that is. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much. That's the end of the live stream. You guys rock. You guys roll. You guys rip. Let's keep this thing alive. Tell your friends about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. And remember, if you're depressed, that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So you're special. Don't do anything crazy. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and peace.